Welcome to another video. Today in this video I'm going to be teaching you how to make a crochet scrunchie. This tutorial is like very easy and it's like one of the easiest things you can crochet, and it would be a really nice gift to give. Okay, so the equipment needed are a pair of scissors, a crochet hook, yarn. I'm gonna do it right because I just want to. And then a mini hairband. It just should be a normal hairband. You have at home. It doesn't have to be like. Okay, so again, I just have to say it. The yarn and the hook doesn't matter the type of yarn. It should be yarn and hook that work well together. So to make a scrunchie, you basically need this. So you are going to make a slip knot. So you need to make a slip knot. To make a slip knot, it's like really easy. So you just stick your yarn, and like, as I said, there's so many different ways to do a slip knot. So the way I would normally do is just, I'm gonna wrap my yarn around my finger, twist this ring, just put my finger in there, and just go into the, like, put it on top of the bit of the yarn underneath, and I would insert my hook in there, make it tighter. So yeah, that's how to make a slip knot. Okay, and with your hairband, you're gonna put your hook in there, like that, and you're just gonna make it tuck in there, so you know how it's underneath. So with that bit of yarn, you're gonna pull it through the ring, well, the hairband, and you're gonna yarn over and take them both, like take both loops like that. Now we are going to repeat that step like until we get to the other end of the scrunchie. And I would normally recommend that you kind of hide this bit of like yarn, extra yarn at the back of the slip knot, because I just like hiding it. I'm used to it like that. So you're gonna, again, I'm gonna show you again. So it's like basically doing single crochets. So you insert your hook inside the hairband, yarn over, take your hook out of the hairband. Sorry. And then you're gonna yarn over, take both loops, and I like to put them next to each other so I can know if I need more or not, because I don't want it to be that ugly. Now you're gonna do it again. Insert your hook inside the hairband, yarn over, and take the hook out of the hairband, yarn over, and take both loops. And then you're gonna repeat the step until the end. So insert your hook in there, yarn over, take your hook out of there, and we'll take the very first two loops. Not the first two loops, save the loops. Now you're gonna have to repeat it like that. So as I said, when you get quite near to the size of the bit of yarn that you have at the beginning, at the back, you should just single crochet over it so you can hide it and it would look better. I always do that because I just don't like it when you can see it, because I don't think that many people do. Okay, yeah. So it's kind of hiding like that, which would be way better. Yeah. So you're gonna continue until the end, so this bit doesn't, like, so you don't see it. Yeah. That was what I was trying to say. Okay, so you would obviously be like, when you're by this step, you'd be like, oh, is that how the scrunchie is gonna? Obviously not. It's, it might get a little bit complicated now, but yeah. It might get a little bit complicated, but it looks complicated and it looks like it's a hard thing to do, but really isn't. Like, I have some friends that learn to crochet in just like a week or less. So I learned to crochet in a lot of time. I don't know, because I would crochet and then I would stop and then give up. But I don't recommend giving up, because like, if you give up, that would just, you might not do like amazing stuff. Yeah. So it's like a free and, well, sorry, one sec. Oh yeah, I remember what I was gonna say. And it's like, crocheting is a good hobby to like make a lot. And you would like, it's like, you can make so many different stuff you would like to, which I think everyone does. And instead of like buy from a friend or just not have it, you can just learn it and do it yourself. So so when you get to the end, yeah, back to the point. When you get to the end of the like crochet thing like that, you would make a slip knot. What? Sorry, my bad. Okay, sorry. You just simply do a slip knot, which is quite easy. So you see that first you did. Oh my god, it's blurry. There you go. That first V. Insert your hook in there, and you wanna stick it out. But like this time we're not gonna yarn over. We're just gonna kill as well. So I would pull to make it a bit tighter. So yeah, that's the beginning of it. And then you would so you are going to do an increase 3 of double crochet. So you do it like 3 times. So you take your hook, yarn over, insert your hook in the very next V. For me, it's that one. Like that, and you insert your hook in there. I know it might like take a long time. And then you yarn over, take that loop, the first loop, and then yarn over and take the very first 2 loops. And then the final 2 loops. Like that. Okay, so you did a so you did a double crochet, so you do that again in the same like stitch. You do it twice again. So that's like how I normally do it. Some people would do it twice, some people would only do it twice. I normally like doing it 3 times because it just makes it a bit fluffier. Okay, so you just, yeah, so make a double crochet in the same place. Ah, sorry, happens a lot. Okay, and now you do it again, yarn over, insert your hook in the same stitch you were like doing in. Sorry, and you yarn over, take your hook out of the same stitch. You take the very first 2 loops, and then the final 2 loops, and then you repeat that step until you reach the very end of the scrunchie. Well, hairband right now, but it's gonna turn into a scrunchie. So you repeat the step, yarn over, and then insert your hook inside the next stitch. But the next single crochet, you take your hook out of there. Well, yarn over, and you just repeat that step. So like this scrunchie would approximately take like 20 minutes, or maybe 30. 20 minutes if you crochet quickly, and 30 minutes if you're done. So personally, I can crochet quickly, but I just never do because I don't know why. That just makes it harder for me, and then the stitches would look messy, which I'm not gonna lie, you really don't want that to happen. So it should look something like this. There we go. This. And then you repeat it around the circle, and it's gonna look like that. Oh, and by the way, I really forgot to say, as you know, normally crochet scrunchies, when they make it, it has a bit like some kind of curves like that. And if yours doesn't, I normally like folding it, keep folding it again. Sometimes does, but I like folding it again, and again and again and again and again. I just like it when it's a bit curved, if you know what I mean. Oh look, they're not really matching, but like, the color of the yarn. It says that my hook is red and the yarn is like hot pink. Oh well, who cares? And you just complete it into the end of the circle, and it would normally kind of curve by itself if it didn't. Just do it yourself. Now how to do the and yeah, so wait 1 sec. Sorry, my head got out. So you'd repeat the steps again. So yarn over, insert your hook inside the stitch. Yeah, and like that's how kind of that's curvy to look like. Be curvy. And yeah, so you do that each time until you reach the end. So wait, what? Sorry. If you like to add like color at the top, that is like optional, but I always like doing it. So like I would recommend using white if it's like a dark color. Sometimes light colors also work, like I prefer using like dark colors, works better. So I got my white yarn. If you just want to keep your scrunchie as it is, you can simply just do as the video says. It's like, so sorry, just a sec, cause like so yes, I would say use white for like colors, and like if you added like white color, it would be a really cool gift, and people would like, because it wouldn't seem that simple. Oh, it doesn't seem simple, but it seemed even harder, although it's easy. Like when people look at it, oh my god, I can't do that, that's impossible, that's really hard. But like if you watch that video, you'd learn it quite quickly, and then it would look pretty here if you added like white. Why does it seem like I'm doing an advertisement for the color white? I'm not. Just saying that it look good if you added white on the top. So when you reach, wait, why did I say that again? The last stitch, you would, my last sec. So you do a you do a slip stitch to kind of finish that color off, and then you'd have to kind of cut it because it's two, I guess. So like, I'm doing right now. So to do a slip stitch, so you go on that, on the V, the V, which is kind of the same length of this. For me, it's like that one. So you go into there, yarn over, take your hook out of the stitch, and just take the loop out and pull to make it tighter. So now you would have to cut it. So I would say cut it after you add the color, because like I do that, so it's like kind of color, and then you color it later, and then you cut it later. I just do that. I don't know why, but it's like easier for me, and probably easier for everyone else. So you get your white yarn, or like whatever color you're using. So I'm using white. It kind of looks well, this one. I made it purple and gave it as a gift, and it's so good. I'm just saying. So you kind of chain one, I guess. Yep. Now you would do single crochets around the entire circle. So you insert your hook inside the next V, yarn over, take your hook out of there, yarn over, for the base loops, and then do that until, wait, why did I have yarn over? Sorry, that was an accident. Yeah, so again, yarn over, insert your hook inside the next V. Wait, you don't yarn up. What? Sorry. You just insert your hook inside the V, the next V. You take some yarn over and take some yarn out. Take the very first, well, not the very first, you just take all loops. And then you repeat that until the end. This step, I would say it's like the easiest because, oh my god, it looks so good. That's why I would recommend using white. with like brown dark colors. So it's like in this video it looks like my color is brown, but it's actually not brown. It's just like reddish pink. Yeah, I would say reddish pink, but that's not relatable. These are just the colors I'm using, which are not really that important. So right now, when you think, well, not think, when you feel that your color is tight now, you should cut it, but not like too short, because you'll have to tie it so you make sure it's stuck there properly, because you don't want it to be like under everything. This is the end. Okay, that's not what you want. So you'd cut it like a bit taller, like not a bit taller, just cut it a bit tall, and then in the end you can cut it, the extra bits after you tie it. And if you don't understand, you can just watch the video to the end so you can understand. So you're gonna get your scissors. So with your scissors, you're gonna cut it like a bit tall, but not that tall. Just cut it, and then you'll tie these two bits together. I normally tie it twice to make sure it's like hard enough so it does not like undo everything. So I tied it like that. So once you tied it, you just cut them. There we go. So it does not look that much. You've done everything. So that's how it looks like. And now you'll finish until the very last stitch. So you continue. So like I've gone, is that halfway? Wait, this scrunchie looks a bit like Santa. Oh well, it still looks good, in my opinion. So yeah, you just continue until the very end. My baby. It's like I'm telling you, this scrunchie is a good gift. I would give some people these scrunchies as birthday gifts. If I don't know them that well, I just give them scrunchie. And if I knew them that well, I would give them scrunchies and more stuff. But like, yeah. So now I like have 2 stitches left. Wait, 1 stitch left, sorry. And I'm done. I sorry, I keep on yarning over. So annoying. And then the final one. Enter you evil hook. Sorry, I was kind of pulling my hook. Not pulling my hook. Totally my hook. Yeah, now straight to the very first white V in there. Insert your hook in there. So to do a slip stitch, obviously. So to do a slip stitch, insert your hook inside the very first white V. Yarn over, take the hook out of that V, and just put it through the loop, and you pull to make it tighter, and then so you would pull that like slip knot thingy. You'd pull it, not that tall, like a bit tall, and then you cut it. Pull the extra bit of yarn. So I to make sure it does not like unravel, I guess, I insert my hook and I like kind of do that so it doesn't unravel, and then I would cut in the end. By the end, but not the end, straight at the end, because oh my god. I know. There we go. And now I just cut it like not to by the end, I just cut it before the end with a little bit like that. And then that's your scrunchie. Done. I personally love wearing them in my hand. They look so beautiful, and I can put them on my hair, and it's cute. And then it's just a normal scrunchie, a normal crocheted scrunchie. So I'm afraid that's the end of the video. If you have not watched my other videos, go watch them now, and like, share and subscribe to get more see more of my videos. Whoopsies. Yeah, definitely not full. There we go. Yeah, that was not me. Yeah, and that's the end. Bye. See you soon.